Hello everyone, welcome to the Dark Souls New Guy walkthrough. Hopefully this live recording works this time, because it didn't last time. I think I figured out what the problem is. The problem is I have a wireless headset or just some other headset, and when I restart my computer, the NVIDIA GeForce Experience deal resets its settings. So it wants to do my hardware sound thing that does not make any recordings ever. Like it has that set as my recording device, so hopefully you'll be able to hear this and this won't be just me talking to myself again, because it's very frustrating.
So we're going to the Profaned capital to slay the giant named Yhorm. And yeah, so you go to the Distant Manor bonfire and then you let these guys do their thing. Oh wow, I'm surprised he actually came to attack. Normally they run and they try to lure you into that trap. It's a trap. That guy wants to come out and kill you. The Pontiff Knight. Like he came out like it was his job to do that, because it is. But he usually hangs out right there, and then you'll chase those guys and he will jack you up, and then this fire witch will also jack you up at the same time. Oh, I was trying to roll through that. So you kill the fire witch and then you head this way. You got these invisible sorcerers over here. Oh, one's an invisible sorcerer, the other one's just a jerk. Large Titanite shard. Pretty much not worth getting at this point, but it's fine. And over here you can start summoning and being summoned or invaded. And then also we're gonna have right over here, if you head down right there, yep, you have an NPC invader with a Murakumo and an Arbalist. It's a really weird combination there. Oh, why he would just stand there blocking with a sword? This is the dumbest shit you can do. Oh, that would have been timed well if it was a parryable hit. Oh. Alright, kick him off. That would have been great. Alright. I'll stop playing around. Surprised he doesn't... You won't fall. Come on. No. Come on. I wanted to kick him off the cliff. Well, once he's dead, you get the Murakumo, and you can also buy his armor set in the store. So that's pretty cool too. And we're in the Irithyll dungeon. This is not my favorite place in the game, but this is not the worst. You don't want to watch out for that. Things like to scream at you. And this is the mimic capital of the world here. There's more mimics here than, I don't know, just mimics. Everywhere is a mimic. All the time. Mimic land. Alright, so these jailers, right? This is why I don't like this place. Although it's decent enemy design, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Don't grab that item right there. This is a trap. That doesn't spring unless you try to grab that item. And he'll push you down to the next area. It's pretty good. I used to fall for that shit constantly. Like the first 5 times I did this. This guy's just banging his head. Another jailer. So with these jailers, right, as they see you, watch my life bar. See how it just creep down a little bit? So just by looking at you, they can lower your maximum HP, which is just super ignorant, because you're losing your health and you're not even getting hit. And when it does finally recover after like a year, it comes back not full because, you know, Dark Souls. These are my least favorite. It's my least favorite mechanic in the game because it is just, I don't know. There's no, they just see you and you lose health and it sucks. So you're gonna be wasting Estus flasks sometimes, like when your health is down. I'm sure I'll do it at some point. My health will be like really low. My max health will be like really low, and then I'll take a swig from my Estus for like to no avail. Alright, lock on. And yeah, it'll just be a waste of my Estus, and I won't get my health back, so it's like basically double taxing me on my Estus, which really sucks. So you'll notice I'm doing stab attacks to these guys. As always, thrust damage does more damage to them than your slash damage. Is right behind you. Yep, alright. So you want to be careful with these guys over here. They there's a lot of little ambushes and shit. It's best to just pay attention to what's around you and not like traipse through ignorantly like I've been doing. But that's pretty much what I'm going to do, so I'll make the mistakes so that you don't have to. So these guys can throw up on you and hit you with the maggots and stuff. You can get hit with the maggots a few times and then you'll... Oh, there we go, right there. I'll just use my red moss clump. I know I said these things were useless before, but they do have their uses. But I just didn't feel like getting my torch is mostly what that was. There's no point in killing that. Actually, no. I think you get great magic shield for killing that thing, so there is a point. They're weak to fire, so I'm going to go and fire him up, and hopefully he doesn't hit me like he almost just did. Because I did not feel like getting my torch out. So you get great magic shield from that. Great magic shield is really good. It makes your shield like super ignorant. Like you just nothing gets through it if you have a decent shield. Even if you don't, it makes like a shit shield into a good shield, and it makes a good shield into a great shield, and it makes a great shield into an unbelievable shield. Alright, so we got another jailer over here. We're going to get him before he reduces our max HP too much. And then we're just going to finish clearing out these cells. And apparently these guys are made out of kerosene. Alright. So, I did not do this yet, but you'll notice that this door right here, you can't open it from this side. To go and advance through the level, you have to go into this first cell to the right, and then, what the fuck? And then you go and, you don't have to kill this thing, but it's too creepy to let live. You open this gate right here, and then you can open it from the other side. Then you never have to go through and visit the creepy baby face monster thing again. So right here is Jailbreakers key, and what that will get you is the one of the Bellowing rings. It's a mage ring, but it lets you open this door over here. Where is it? Yeah, right there. And it allows you to kind of skip a lot of this level. And you drop down right here. And drop down right here. You grab this item. Bellowing Dragoncrest ring. So, pretty decent. If you're a sorcerer, you're definitely going to want it. So, kill that dude. And there's going to be... Oh, he actually got me with a splintering bolt. So, kill those, and then... the way forward is that way, but I'm just going to backtrack so we don't miss anything. So I think there is a crystal lizard over here. Pretty sure there is one, because there's one of those stupid baby face things with a dagger that's like a trap. Right here. Yep. So you were supposed to come from the other side, and you would chase this thing, and then it would stab you. And it would work its wicked magic on you. So it's got a tailbone spear. And little wings. I think these baby face things are like some sort of like dragon monstrosity failure things. So in that room to the right is a staircase that leads down or up depending, and that's going to be where you would have progressed. But there's like Jailers in there I don't feel like dealing with. Also, I'm gonna kill this dude so he shuts the fuck up. Because, good God. That is an obnoxious noise. Alright, so. Praise the silence. So, we're gonna go this way, and there's gonna be a treasure chest on the right. And I don't know if you remember what I said about mimics, but yes. You'll never guess what it is. Did you guess mimic? If so, you are correct. And he has an Estus shard, so pretty good. Now we should be getting close to the max amount, which is pretty great. Alright, so there's a lot of ways you can go from here. Typically I prefer to go this way. And deal with all these ruffians. Try to stay behind this corner. When you round that corner, there is like 3 archers with their little crossbows, and they're gonna just shoot you into ribbons, or try to. So once they're all dead, I like to drop down right here. I let the sleeping giant sleep because there's really no reason to fight him up here because he's going to jack you up. Unless you have, you know, spells and you can free aim and hit him in the head and do massive damage, then I wouldn't bother. You get the pickaxe, which is a surprisingly devastating PvP weapon. You deal with all these obnoxious rats. And there's going to be more obnoxious rats. Dogs and rats, man. Oh, they're the frickin' worst in this game. The lack of poise really makes them, like, much more trouble than they should be. Instead of, like, a nuisance enemy, they're, like, an actual problem. So, right here, I don't know if you have your ears tuned in. But there are basilisks up there. And that's a trap that will spring when you open one of these chests. Now, there are 2 chests here. One of them is a mimic. The message will probably tell you that it's the one on the right, but if you pay attention right now, it is breathing. Also, because it is a character, it has a character light, which will light it in a way that's slightly different than the way that normal chests light. So, that's those are cues for you to figure it out. So once you grab that, that springs a trap, and all these basilisks come out, and they're going to do their best to ruin your day. And there are quite a few of them, so they very well may if you are not careful. If you have a summon, what I like to do is I'll have my buddy hang out underneath that hole, and when they all pile out like that, he'll just chop them to ribbons, and it works pretty well. So you just want to be real mobile when you're fighting this many of them, so that you don't get caught up in any of these fogs. And that's it. You just kind of pick them away one by one. And for the most part, I avoided the fog. But, I mean, I got hit with 3 ticks of it, and I got a third of the way to being completely dead. So, you definitely don't want that to occur. Alright, so here's our mimic. This is a different mimic. It likes to do that thing. Usually, I don't fight these ones for very long, so, oh, of course it got me with the grab attack. I was going to say, I do not know what the grab attack looks like, and it totally got me with its little slinky attack, which is pretty cool, actually, because I've never seen that, so neat and informative. We'll do human. But it did a pretty good chunk of damage. I have a lot of health, 1700, and it did about half. So that's north of 800 damage, which is gonna fucking one-shot a lot of people that don't level their health up past 1,000. Oh, rat time. There are 2 rats here. for the hallway of infinite fun and joy. This is the hallway of infinite fun and joy. It is my favorite place ever. So you'll never guess why it's my favorite place ever. There are like 100 jailers in here just mulling around waiting to fuck your life up. Now I know I may not have... so I have gotten the Path of the Dragon gesture, and if I wanted to right now I could use the Path of the Dragon gesture and I could get to Archdragon Peak. I'm not going to do that just right now because I want to keep this video just on the Profaned capital. I should have did that on the way down. Oh well. But normally what I would do is I would go up this elevator, unlock the shortcut that's up there, roll down, grab the lightning blade, and then go there and get the first bonfire over at Archdragon Peak, so I could have, you know, I could have an easy time getting back there. All I gotta do is warp to a bonfire. I don't have to like run through my favorite place ever to get there. So this opens the shortcut. If you'll notice, this is the opposite way from where the crystal lizard was, and the all those jailers that we didn't go and see because I didn't feel like dealing with them. In the staircase with the cage spiders or whatever, the Spider-Men cage dudes that throw poo at you and have nothing but arms and legs, take thrust damage. Ring a bell? Those are the guys over there. So that's how you get back there, and I'm sure I'll make a run back there at some point, and typically that's how I'll make my run to Archdragon Peak. So with these guys, what I like to do is hit and run. Oh, nope, I'm gonna die now. Oh, jeez, I didn't die. So when these guys hit you with the brand, you fat roll. And as you can notice, my health is pretty non-existent right now. So any one of these guys is a very significant threat. So I'm gonna back off and I'm gonna go up this elevator. I have 1 HP. Good stuff, right? That's why those guys are obnoxious. On the plus side, they can't kill you with their look. Like, they can't look at you and you die, so, you know, there's always that. But still, that's 3 Estus flasks, basically, with the Estus ring at +7 to fill my health back up. And I got hit once. It seems like, I don't know, it's disproportionate punishment for what I did. Like, I ran in there and I hit a few things and I ran away. I got hit once. But now that these guys are spread apart, I can kind of whack them down and hopefully they won't all notice me and cast their nonsense on me. So you want to be careful when you're in front of them because they don't seem dangerous, and I know I got hit and I got really lucky, but their hit is like a grab attack, and they will just like sear that thing into you like you're a freaking pan, a steak on a pan, and they're just pressing it down, watching you sizzle. And it does a lot of damage. Not that it needs to, because you'll have fucking no health. But yeah, and this guy can get you through the wall, so good stuff. I've seen people talk about running through, opening this thing, and having this crucified beast man thing come out and kill all the jailers for you, but that barely ever works for me. Usually what ends up happening is I just have like him to deal with too. Oh. So I guess you can't buy that armor set. I guess you have to find it right there after you kill him. Neat. Alright, so scratch that thing I said before. I was wrong. That invader guy is what I'm talking about. When we killed him, he had the Murakumo and the Alva set. And that's how you get the Alva set, I guess. Man, those screams are so ignorant. So right here is, you guessed it, a mimic. Hooray! So we're gonna kill him. Oh, he grabbed me. No! Alright, can't let him grab me again because he'll definitely kill me. Alright. But, ooh, jailer trousers. How stylish. And a Titanite scale, which is what I want. I don't know if it was 1 or 2, but still something I want. So, in this room, there's a bunch of these babyface noisy maker guys. Usually what I do is I just go over, grab the goodie, and I get out. Because it's just a profane coal, and these guys will not chase you. Although they will ambush the shit out of you if you stay in there. So, basically, grab the goodie, run away. They're not like really tough enemies, but at the same time, like, at this point you probably will have less Estus flasks than I do, because I've been pretty decent about it, even though I did get grabbed by a mimic twice. Alright, so over here, there's there it is, that character light, screwing over a perfectly good ambush again. I really wish that they wouldn't put character lights on things. I understand the reasoning behind it sometimes, but like you should be able to just disable it on a enemy, but that's alright. So, those are stone gargoyles, and that one has the gargoyle flame spear, which is a really good weapon. I hope we get it, actually. Do I have my coin? Yeah. Oh, of course. That's my fault, really. Alright, I don't want to fight him on the bridge. What I do want to do is clobber him up. So he's got a few attacks like that right there. But what you really want to watch out for is, I mean, that attack, yes, that is excellent. I am very excited. Cool. Damn it, every time. So the Gargoyle Flame Spear is a really long spear, and it does really good damage, and it's got a cool weapon art, and it's a spear, so I dig it quite a bit. So you go over here, and there's a ladder, and you are going to get a gesture. And that guy should look familiar if you played Dark Souls 2. And you get an Undead boneshard. And you have a bonfire right here. So, I'm going to rest at it, and then I'm going to continue on this way. So, if you are playing as a pyromancer or a sorcerer and you want hexes or dark magic, this is pretty much what you're going to need to do. In this area, there's a key that you need to find, and you need to go back into the Room of Infinite Fun and unlock a cell, and there's a female NPC named Karla with a cool getup. There's going to be an ambush right here. Yep. So he has the Gargoyle Flame Club, not as good as the spear, because it's a mace, and most maces are pretty bad. Alright, so you want to watch out for his when he uses his wing as a shield, because he'll just bounce right off. I don't actually know if you can guard break it. I guess I should try in a second, because he does not do a whole lot of damage. Oh, you can. But you cannot riposte him, so good to know that you can break his guard still, because that makes life a lot easier. So, you're going to go this way. And you have this right here that you don't want to fall down, that I'm sure I will because I'm recording. And hopefully that'll be a scale. No, twinkling. Alright. And right over here, hopefully I don't fall down if there's another one. Another twinkling. Very good. Alright, so then there is going to be this item up here, which I think it's like a... Oh, man, every time. Trap. It is a trap. Do not run up those stairs. I'm very lucky that I turned in the time that I did. Because, like, I was mid-thought, like, oh, I bet you this is going to be a trap. It is. It is probably a gold coin. Yep. Useless. Totally not worth falling down there for. We're going to go down there, but we're going to do it on our own terms, because there is no reason to go down there if you are not, you know, you want to go down there on your own terms, because you're going to get toxic, and there's a lot of these things there. And if you can avoid getting toxic, that's always a win, because one, the noise is super annoying, And 2, it's just, you know, damage, right? You do not want to take unnecessary damage. So if you're listening, you can hear this like obnoxious snoring noise. There are these like super disgusting hand-faced poop creature things that we're gonna run into in a minute that I normally wouldn't suggest fighting, but I'm going to so you can see what's going on in there. I think you get a poison gem in here, so totally not really worth it. Poison is never going to be good in this game. Alright, and then there should be, this might be worth it. Cursebite ring. So that's pretty worth it. You know, curse is obnoxious and it kills you in one hit. Well, when it fills up rather, and I'm not a fan of that sort of thing. And that's one of the few easy ways to build up your curse resistance quickly. So then you're going to go right over here. There'll be a ladder. We're going to not go that way just yet. We're going to go up these stairs, and there's an NPC fight right over here. He is a sorcerer. He has Logan's scroll. That's crazy that he had hyper armor through that, actually. I didn't think he would, because he's not really wearing anything that would warrant him having any sort of poise whatsoever. But whatever, I guess. Alright, so he's got the gargoyle club. Not that great, as you can see. When he dies, he drops Logan's scroll. And we're going to get this item right here. And not fall off. Get some poison arrows, you know, in case you wanted them. And we're going to go over here, and we're going to face Butthead Man with Wrath of the Gods right there. So these guys are super weak to bleed, and I would suggest using that on them. So this dude is nasty. You want to stay away from the front of them, as they can grab you, and they can also roll around. But as you can see, oh, he grabbed me. So watch my souls. He eats your souls. And he also is super disgusting. Oh, don't get me again. So, yeah, they have a really ignorant amount of health. And they only drop dung pies, and they can steal souls off of you, which is not great. So usually I just avoid them entirely. And you'll never guess what we have here, of course. Our old friend, the Mimics. Which you can bleed, actually. It's kind of bullshit that he caught me mid-roll there, but alright, whatever. I guess I'm here. That's 3 times in one episode I've been caught by Mimics. Grab attack. Alright, so there's nothing right here, and then this is back the way you came, and some rubbish. For reasons. So, we're going to go back around and we're going to get the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. And to get that, you go right over here, and then there is a window you can jump in if you are... I missed that a few times the other day. And a cell. You use the old cell key, and this is where you would pass the... you would pass a key to Sigmire through something at some point, and he would give you a Titanite slab, which is pretty good NPC quest reward. Alright, so you're going to go up these stairs, and you're going to do a little better because... Oh, there's messages, but there were no messages before, and there are 2 jailers right here that are invisible, because why not? And they activate when you run this way. And they turn on, and there you go. They do the bad things to you. Alright. So after, we're going to go this way. This is not the way for progress, but this is a way that unlocks a shortcut that I want to get. So we're gonna unlock that shortcut in a minute after I deal with these stupid handhead butt fucking stinky gross dudes for reasons. Don't remember what that item is. I'm sure it's probably not worth it. I'm gonna get it anyway. Driving stone, totally not worth it. And this is the door with all the shitty shitmongers in it. That we're gonna open really slowly. So hopefully you can activate one at a time, but I'm just gonna Leroy Jenkins it right now. Alright, that's one really quickly, so that's good. I wouldn't suggest doing that unless you have a bleed weapon, because you are not going to do the kind of damage that I'm doing. Alright, avoid that. 3, 4, 5. Wow! Alright. Oh wow, staggered him. Super gross. I wonder how I staggered him and not the one that I basically just like cleaned through in one combo. So you get Elenora for killing one of them. I don't know which one. And they drop dung pies as always. Oh, just die already. There we go. So you get yourself quite a few dung pies. And a purging stone. Totally worth it, right? So usually I avoid this area in general because axes are not my favorite, and yeah, those guys are not my favorite, but it was satisfying to kill them with a bleed weapon, so I guess there's that. So now we're going to go back up and we're going to drop down to where that giant was, the one that we left alone before, because there was no reason to fight him at the moment. Once we go down there, we're going to unlock a shortcut to the original bonfire. Alright, so plan this carefully because there's a bunch of infinitely spawning rats down here. I think I need to go that way. Right there, through that. So I'm going to drink up and I'm going to get at it. So pretty much I'm going to just try to avoid getting into any sort of fight right here because there's like 30 rats. And you are going to get stepped on by that giant. Or you're going to just get clustered up by those rats. I'd rather let them just fall off the cliff. Or turn around, whatever they want. Because earlier I expressed my love for rats. You should know that, you know, that was going to be a thrilling fight for me. But sadly, I have to miss it. So you open this door, and we're back in the first bonfire in the Irithyll dungeon. Right over to the right. I guess summon sign. Who's this? So we're going to go down, and then we are going to deal with those rats, grab the goodies, and then kill the giant. Maybe not in that order. Definitely kill the rats first though. Of course. They don't even drop humanity like they did in the first one, which is like, obviously they wouldn't drop embers, but it's like at least humanity was like a worthwhile thing. So killing them wasn't always just a crappy thing to do. So this giant has more health than, you know, giants normally do because he's leveled up to the point that's appropriate. The giant can hurt the rats, so that's good. But the rats will definitely stun lock you to a point where you'll get stepped on by these giants. And much like fighting dragons, fighting giants is a very interesting prospect as well. So, large Titanite shard, Profaned flame, which is pretty decent actually against like enemies. Like PvE. It sends them flying, which is pretty nice sometimes because it like removes them from the equation. And you'll never guess what's over here, other than this cheeky rat bastard. Yes, another mimic. Let's see if this one will grab me too. Alright, good. We're starting off good. He's making some real weird noises, like weird for a mimic. And you get some Dragon Slayer lightning arrows. Not worth fighting a mimic for. There is a ladder right here. It blends in with the wall really well, so I miss it sometimes, or I used to miss it. Now that I know it's there, I don't miss it, but yeah, it's a ladder that I didn't know about for a long time. And I'd be like, oh, I guess I gotta go all the way back to the start. And then you get this archway right here, and that leads right here. You jump over, grab this thing, and the door that the giant was right next to is over here. We're gonna open that up. I'm gonna grab this crystal lizard. Oh, who was feasting on whatever the hell that gross shit was. Titanite chunk, pretty good. Soul of a Crestfallen Knight. There's another item down there, down that ladder. I'm just gonna look what's over here because I actually don't quite remember. Oh, so this is one of the ways you can drop down from that hallway above. So that's why I don't remember, because I usually go the other way. So we're gonna go right here, go down this ladder, and we're gonna deal with more rats. I think I'm just gonna run past them. They are not having any of my nonsense right now, but that's alright. Now we get the giant rats that also don't want to deal with any of my nonsense. Alright, I'll lure them over here and fight them. Wow, man, that one rat, he's got the leash. The longest leash there is. Alright, so I'm going to do something that's probably stupid. Yep, that was stupid. So now I'm just going to lose health for no reason. But I guess if I separate, wow, of course. Thank you. These things move so creepily too. That's like the worst part about them is when they take the little choppy steps. Like they're kind of like anxiety, and they're anxiety provoking, and I do not get anxiety, so it's unfamiliar for me. Oh, I should probably drink up first and hit and run these guys. Alright, try to escape. Maybe I can get him before he gets me. Cool. Alright, so I was trying to get into that cell so we could free Karla. Unfortunately, I have to kill all these idiots again. And I actually don't have any more Estus, so this is... I'm just gonna run for it. So we open the jailer's key, use the jailer's key rather, and I'm gonna exhaust the shit out of her dialogue and hopefully I don't get hit. I made it. I'm really surprised they didn't follow me into here. Alright, so I'm going to bone over to the bonfire now. So now that's pretty much everything that's worth getting over at the Profaned capital, this part. Or the dungeon at least. So now we are going
to move on to the next area, which is going to be down this ladder. I'm going to spend my souls first though. Just because, I don't know, there's a lot of mimics and crap, and I mean, Yhorm, it's hit or miss for me. Hit or miss whether or not I do well, because it's kind of a real gimmick boss fight. Because there's no real way to do damage to him other than the, you know, fancy magic sword that they put there. So, The Xanthous Ashes lets you buy some stuff that I don't remember what it is. Probably the Xanthous set. Let's see if I have any souls. Sell all these souls. Let's see if I have enough chunks to upgrade this again. I'll give the Profaned Call as well. I wonder if that means I can make a bleed sword yet. 6, so I need 6 for that. And 56, not terrible, but I don't know if I can use Karthus Rouge with it too. 40. Maybe I'll make a Blood Bandit's knife for when I want to like really bleed shit quickly. Yeah, you know what, I'll do it. I'll carry it around. Oh, you know what I could do actually? I could start working on that Gargoyle Flame Spear. If I can find the stupid thing. I just have so much trouble spotting it and I don't know why. Oh, it's because I haven't infused it, duh. Because you cannot infuse it. You can only upgrade it. There we go. I need 9 faith for that. That's such a ridiculous requirement. Alright, so I got up to +7. That's pretty good. Alright, so my advice to you before going into the Yhorm fight is you're going to want to basically dump all your weapons into your storage box. Oh yeah, I have a shard too. So that way, you will be able to use Stormbringer easier. So 3 points. So I need 9 faith to use that, so I guess I should bring that up to 1. You don't have enough faith to use this spear. You need to believe that the spear is going to work. Alright, so 30-30. And now we're going to go back to the Profane Capital. And I forgot to do the Estus flask. Oh well, I'll just deal with it later.
I don't know who this is. Ah, Hubert, the Silver Knight. How fancy. Alright, so go down this ladder and do not run off of it because, you know, it's bad for your health. You will definitely die. I don't know what that is. I don't know how if I believe that. So, these guys can shoot you from all the way over there, and then there's going to be a gargoyle that fights you. So, what you want to do is, that's an Oni Slayer Great Arrow, which is totally not friggin' worth it. So, don't get killed over that thing. And you can fight the gargoyle over here if he wants to. Ooh, wow. Alright, that was much further thrust than I thought he would do. Alright. What an ugly looking shit. Ow. Alright, so this is going very well, as you can see. Alright, so now we're going to go over here, and there's going to be another gargoyle that fights you. If you go down the other way, I'm going to go down this way, take a small amount of fall damage, and just kill these creepy things. These ones aren't as hard as the other jailers. They just kind of stand there, throw fireballs at you, and stab you with their scholars, daggers or whatever, a scholar's candlestick. I don't even know if that is a scholar's candlestick or some sort of like handmaiden dagger. I don't know. In any case. So, if you're cool, you can leave. Aw, that wasn't cool at all. I'll try again. I guess I don't have to leap now. It's actually really surprising that your weight falling down will stagger him because he's like not flustered by anything else. Alright, so if you're cool, not like me, you can, that's grim. I never really paid attention to these piles of burning corpses in gold. That's kind of a cool little detail. Or burnt corpses, they're not burning anymore. And this is the Profaned Flame, which the Profaned Capital is, I guess, named for. Of course you would hit me with another fireball from your little shitty lantern. I'm surprised that's not an item you can use. So many things use fire magic that aren't, I don't know why there's no fire magic in this game other than pyromancy, because there's so many other things that are clearly not pyromancers using fire magic. You would think that they would incorporate it, because it was definitely a thing in Demon's Souls. So, like, they like the idea of it, but I don't know. So, 2 rusted coins over here, nothing really great. Cool view though, and there is a little crack with the sun, so that's cool as well. You can praise it, I think, if you want. This little cavern. My ugly beef jerky face. Alright, so straight ahead's the boss, and to the right are 2 mimics, all those jerks, and this gargoyle up here somewhere. There he is. This character light is making this excellent. So, does not want to play. Nobody does. That was actually really cool that their garments kind of like whiffed when I whiffed my attack, like the wind from it. It's nice, like makes it believable, or at least more believable. Alright, take it easy. You guys. So, you know, obviously by the difficulty I'm having with just 2. Okay. Just 2 of those and one of these gargoyles, right? I keep freaking doing that. Alright, dude. How do you like that? You're probably not going to want to fight all of them at the same time. I don't know if the mimics will kill everything over there, like they did with the demon. I don't think they will, because the demon... I think the way the game works is the demon's tagged as a boss, and the bosses are a different, like, team than the enemies. Because I tried to get the mimic to... Oh my god, calm the frig down. I tried to get the mimic in the first level to fight the Lothric Knight for me, and it just... Oh god. And it would not do it. Man, I don't know what's up with these guys. Usually they're like a friggin' pushover, but they're like, oh no, what are you recording? Allow me to show you everything that could possibly go wrong. Alright, Handmaiden's Dagger. That's what it is, handmade. Alright, so what we have here are mimics galore. There are 2 mimics in 1 real chest. Pretty sure nothing in here is worth getting, so let's have fun. Oh, he didn't grab me. Nice. Thought for sure he was going to get me. Considering how this has been going. Greatshield of Glory. Of course, they wouldn't put 2 mimics right next to each other. Well, that's where you're wrong. Definitely overkill with the mimics in this this area. Then we have rusted gold coin, totally not worth it. And I don't think this one's a mimic. Yep. I don't know what's in here either. An ember, or 2, or however many it was. So pretty much nothing in that room is worth it, except for maybe the Greatshield of Glory. But if you're using a Great Shield, you probably want to use the Moaning Shield. And who's this person? Surprise! Haha! Clever. Alright, so you go in here, there is no cutscene. If you did the Sigmire quest, there will be a cutscene. And Sigmire will already have a Storm Ruler, which is a unique weapon that I guess there wouldn't be 2 of, but here we are. So run your happy ass over here, grab the Storm Ruler, avoid his machete, unlike I did. You're going to... equip the Storm Ruler, and then what you want to do is you need to get away from him long enough to hold the weapon art stance for long enough to charge it, like that. And then you're going to target them, charge it, and light attack. And then that's going to do that. You're going to then charge it again. Yep. And do it again. And it does like 6,000 damage. So now we're in phase 2, and I have no stamina. Because this for some reason takes all the stamina you ever would have. And when you're, oh, I'm fat rolling too, so that's good. And, yep. So other good things to do while you're dumping all your weapons is to minimize the amount of armor you have so that you can not be pounded into the ground while you're fat rolling like me. And I'm just gonna dump these because I'm not using them anyway. Hopefully that helps my roll. It does. So basically you're just gonna kite them around and charge your thing, and then it's like the most interesting boss fight in the world, yo. Alright, so we got it. And we're gonna... No, we don't. Awesome. Oh, just charge. There we go. So that's it. That's the boss fight. It's like not even close to interesting. They could have did so much more with it, but there we are.
So now, this is why I recommend killing the dancer beforehand. So you teleport to this old lady who is dead, and so her disembodied voice was she won't be dead in yours unless you killed her to fight the dancer, which is why I killed her so I could fight the dancer. So I wouldn't have to fight the dancer right after fighting another boss, because that's how that worked. And yeah. So oh, wrong thing again. Yep, always the wrong thing. Where's the stupid shield? There we go. So yeah, you'd talk to her, she'd give you the basin of vows, and then she'd die, and then you would immediately fight the dancer. Which, yeah, with no Estus flasks, you can probably guess how the hell that's gonna go. So we're gonna go to auto lights the Yhorm one at least. So if you fought Yhorm with Sigmar or whatever the hell his name is, you would he walks off and dies somewhere, I guess, but he leaves his armor in the Yhorm boss fight area for you, so you can at least do that. You can go back and get it. Otherwise, there's really no reason to ever go back there. So I'm gonna show you what you can transpose from Yhorm's goodness. You can get the Yhorm's Great Machete, which is used to be the most powerful, the heaviest, highest damage strength weapon in the game, but it's it is no longer that. It's still pretty good though. It's close to the highest damaging. And then you can get Yhorm's Great Shield, which I've never seen anybody use. Mostly because the machete is probably better. Yeah. So that's what you can get for that. I'm not gonna get either of those, so I'm just gonna get rid of these souls. Another 28,000. And that should get me a level or two. 2 points. So I'm going to put 2 points in the strength. Although I should continue to level up my... No, I should get this Estus shard. I can burn the shard too, so we'll do that first. Burning the Undead boneshard. Now we're at +8 out of a possible 10. And we're going to be at 14 Estus flasks out of a possible 15. So pretty good. Alright, and that's going to do it. This was the Profaned capital. It wasn't super bad. I don't actually think I died. Yeah, I don't think I died in this one. Maybe I did. I don't know. In any case, thanks for watching, and hope you tune in for the next one. We're almost home.